So we flew down to Dubrovnik and got on a bus at Dubrovnik, which took us over to our cruise ship, the Marella Explorer 2, which is an adults only cruise. We've then headed off down to Crete, where we are at the moment. So we're going to have a little wander around Crete. I don't think there's a lot in Crete to see, but we'll have a look as we wander. We've then got another number of other stop-offs. So I've got a trip booked to Athens, which is going to be quite interesting because I've no idea, never been to Athens before. So that should be quite good. And then I think our last stop is at Montenegro, which is a place I've always wanted to go as well, as Montenegro. So we're going to stop off there as well. So we'll have a quick look around the ship. I'll introduce you to the ship. I've been on here now for nearly 24 hours and so far so good. The ship itself was built back in the 70s apparently. It's one of the smallest ships in the Marella Explorer or Marella Discovery TUI ships. It was refurbished in 1991, spent millions of pounds on it, and it's still looking quite good and now we're in 2024. So it's still looking good. I'm quite impressed with how they've the upkeep of the ship is quite good still. So I'll try to show as much footage as I can as I spend my time in this week in and around the cruise ship. But for those of you that have never been on a cruise before, you've got to kind of understand the unbelievable size of these cruise ships. You know, I took some footage here of when we were getting on the ship, and it's just humongous. They are like floating cities. I think there's around 12 decks. I'm at the moment stood on one of the back decks, which is a massive sun deck. It's such a sun trap down here. The temperature at the moment 34 degrees in Greece. Greece are going through a bit of a hot spell at the moment with loads of heat, so waffle, I'm doing a bit of waffling now. Let's get on and have a wander around the ship and see what you can see, and then we'll have a little bit of a review at the end of would I do it again. Excellent. Good stuff, thank you. So even looking at inside, you can see these ships are blooming massive. See, they're just going for miles. Miles and miles. And all of a sudden you can break right here and go into where the lifts are. To the other side of the ship, where there's loads more of these corridors. It's like 11 decks, 12 decks actually, well no 11. Because you've got the 11 deck, which is very top, and then you all go down to deck 3, which is the getting off bit. Or you've got the stairs you can take, they'll take you from every deck up and down. Depends if you want to walk off seats, because it's all big meals on you. And then you get these giant touch screens. If you want to find your way around the ship, they'll tell you where everything is, how it all works. Where we are, cruise information, facilities, loads of stuff, casinos, swimming pool areas, spas, reception, medical centre, destination services, Broadway lounge shows, which are really good. Squid and Anchor, this is a local pub. This is where all the evening entertainment happens. Karaoke. It's like a little pub bar thing. Maybe stop and grab a drink while we're here, eh? And why not? God, I need this. 34 degrees outside at the moment. So where are we going now then? We're going to there, we've got a coffee port, which is just going through now. It's quite a nice little area, we're going to be trendy coffees. But I think you have to pay extra then. Obviously you can buy yourself a coffee as well, but it costs you. So we keep heading on down the ship. A place over there where you can get your pictures done. People wander around the ship taking pictures of you. And you can go and buy them, which is nice. No, I didn't do it myself. Don't do pictures. So we've got some shops as well. Coming into some shops. Oh look, I need a new tripod. It's only 30 quid. So have a run around the shops. Shops are like a big atrium place. There's loads of places where you can buy smellies and watches and stuff. That looks smart, doesn't it? Cool. It's not real. Another bar area. This is the golf club area. Apparently they give golf lessons in here. I've not seen them yet. But as you can see, there's like golf caddies. You can have yourself a drink, sit in a golf caddy, and bar over there, and it's all quite nice. And then you come down to the Broadway show bar. So this is where all the big shows take place. They're really good. We went in one last night. Let's see if we can find that restaurant. Also other extra restaurants where you can come and eat and dine. You've got the Surf and Turf, and you've got magnificent steak, lobster, you name it. Oh, very nice. And not expensive either, to be honest. It was quite reasonably priced. But you do have to pay extra. I know it's a bit of a bum, that is, but what can you do? cliffs all over the place with these infinity glasses behind me.
Proceed. Thank you very much. Proceed.
So we've just got back now from Athens, where we spent the day. We set off from the ship at 9 o'clock, and as you can see from the video, it was extremely busy everywhere. We should have been going into Athens a little bit later. There was a number of different elements, traffic issues to get there, so we had to change the schedule a little bit, which means we got there later, which means we landed at the Acropolis at sort of midday when it was the hottest. As you can see from the video, it was really, really busy. It was really, really hot. We were talking in 38, 39 degrees heat. There was a little water fountain in there that we were able to get some fresh water in there. It wasn't cold water, it was quite warm water. We managed to get into town and stop in a little restaurant where we had some free Wi-Fi, so we could catch up with family and friends back at home, because as I've said before, there's no Wi-Fi on the ship unless you're willing to pay for it, and even when you pay for it, it's very poor, because you're not connecting to a router, you're connecting basically to a satellite, which is even harder. So you've got so many people trying to get in. So to be honest, from what I've heard, we haven't paid for it ourselves, but it's supposed to be very poor quality Wi-Fi. We did manage to stop in a little restaurant and had one of the local Greek gyroses, which is a flatbread with some marinated chicken on, some chips, onion, and a lovely tzatziki and garlic sauce, which was fantastic. So we really dropped on there with that. Managed to pick up a few souvenirs, and then we got back to the ship around about 3 o'clock. It's now nearly 5, so we're just waiting for the sail away. So what I think I'll do is I'll film the ship manoeuvring back out, because we're in quite a tight spot with such a large ship, and it'll give you an idea of, in fast forward, what it's like to try to get one of these things back out of where it's been parked all day. Right, got my posh shirt on tonight because we're going to quite a trendy restaurant actually. I tried to film it earlier in the video but I couldn't get in there. So it's a place called Latitude 53 and they do some quite good food. So we're going to have a wander down these stairways. And go find it. Next one, I think. Loads of these stairs. Okay. Okay, so we just arrived in a lovely little town really close to Olympia. So we decided not to go into Olympia because we've been there, done that, I think. It was quite expensive to go into and couldn't be bothered, to be honest. Lovely little seaside town that's just over my right hand shoulder now. And I sort of pan round, you can see behind me some little bars and restaurants and places to eat and drink. So we're gonna have a little wander around the town now because the boat, as you can see, is right behind me there. We've got until about 5 o'clock, but we didn't get here till 12, so it's now 12:30. So we're gonna have a nice little wander around and see what we can see. So this morning we've got up ultra early. It's now just gone 5:30 a.m. because what we're trying to do, we're trying to catch the moment we go into the fjords. Anyway, we're going to Montenegro, and apparently the entrance into Montenegro, where you first sail in, is supposed to be really fantastic to get first thing in the morning. So we got up ultra early, just had a quick brew. There's quite a few people else up. We wandered through the ship, we thought we were the only ones up, but there's quite a few people standing on the front of the boat. So I'm going to make my way over to that area now. underneath what? Oh, right. Cat music, yeah. Brilliant picture. See, two just really good pictures. They do a picture really nice sometimes. Okay, so we've just left Montenegro, cracking little place. We're considering coming back there to spend a holiday, or at least a short day break in Montenegro. It was really busy, as you saw, but there was 2 cruise ships in at that time. So I think this cruise ship, the Marella Explorer 2, holds around about 3,500 people, and the other one would hold about the same. So you probably got about 6,000, maybe 7,000 people leaving these large vessels to go off and wander around the local town. And as you saw from all the footage, that we tried to get around as much of it as we could to show you what was going on there. So before we wrap up now, because this is our last night of getting some free beers in, we fly out tomorrow at 8:30 back to East Midlands Airport. So I just thought I'd just summarise up the holiday itself. Now, I used this holiday destination in 2019 and loved it. We used the same boat. We had a different package though. We went around Italy and Venice and other areas we used. So we used a different package that they don't run now apparently. They don't let cruise ships into Venice anymore. The locals don't like it anymore. So they've stopped the cruise liners into Venice. However, so we'd done this, the last time we did this cruise on this boat was 2019. And what I found is that the little changes that I think, maybe not changes, but for example, the drinks package, it's all inclusive, but they encourage you to pay a premium rate for canned beers, more expensive vodkas, more expensive whiskies, gins, and so on and so forth, that we don't really drink. You know, a Smirnoff vodka is enough for us, and some draft beer, that's great. So we didn't really think we needed a package. However, I tripped over twice with this. Once I ordered a can of Heineken, didn't realise it was on Premier until she put it through through their till and gave me it and said, this is premium, so I had to pay an extra £4.35 for that. And then the second time I got stung was I asked for some draft cider, and The guy behind the bar said, "We've no more draft cider now, I'll have to give you a can." Okay, yeah, whatever, drop me a can then. So he gave me a can, and then I got charged for that as well, because when you're on board, there's an app that you download, a TUI app, and you can only use it on board, so there's very little internet, but I'll come back to that in a second. So I got stung twice for that. The second time I wasn't impressed because I wasn't told it was a premium drink, so I went to reception and asked them to cancel because I wasn't told it was a premium drink, so they cancelled it off. What I also found helpful on this cruise was that TUI, you're able to download an app and use the ship's Wi-Fi. So you can't use Wi-Fi to go and call your mates, call back home, or trawl the internet for Google or YouTube or whatever you want to do. It's only within the ship, and within the ship there's different apps where you can book restaurants, you can book trips, you can book tours, you can book meals in restaurants. It tells you when all the show times are on and everything. It tells you everything that's going on the ship. Now the thing with that one as well is that you can also go through your accounts, and that's where I found out that I'd been charged for the extra beer. So if you are coming on one of these trips, just be very aware that if you're not doing the premium package, then you're drinking the right drinks, otherwise it'll hit your account and then you get charged for it at the end. The restaurants, as you saw through the restaurants, the surf and turf that we did the Corallar, fantastic. Showed you all the pictures of those. Here's a quick clips of some as well. They were really, really good. We also used the beach hut as well for an evening meal that we weren't planning on doing, but they did like these little sliders that look like this with coleslaws and pickles and some lovely stuff. So we really enjoyed that meal as well. We found this time of year it was really, really, really hot. We're here in August now. We're now talking the 18th of August, and it's been unbelievably hot. I don't recall it being this hot last year, but it has been really, really hot this year, to the point where I kind of avoided some of the back deck or the front deck where there's very little breeze, but it was really, really hot. So if you're thinking about time of year, especially when you're going to Greece or Turkey, red hot. So be aware it will be really, really hot. The staff throughout the ship, fantastic. I couldn't get better customer service if you tried. All the way through from the restaurants, from the reception areas, from the people in the shops, the people that clean your bedrooms, lovely people. Always saying good morning, always saying hi. Loads and loads of different nationalities working on the boat, which was fantastic. We found that all the waiters were brilliant, already clearing your tables. Couldn't fault them. So the service on here was exceptional. Cleanliness of the ship, fantastic. Everybody's always clearing up around you when you're eating a meal and you're finished with the plate. Whoosh, the plate disappears. The buffet restaurant, really good. We always use that for breakfast. However, we had this little treat with it for us when we this morning, actually, on our last night, we decided to use the posh restaurant and have a posh breakfast, and it was really nice. I had to try 2 breakfasts, obviously, because it was research. I had to make sure that I was testing everything for you and making sure that you knew everything that was going on with the breakfasts. Didn't rate the coffee. Coffee wasn't too brilliant in the machines, and the thing is, if you want a decent coffee, there is a coffee bar that I showed you earlier on in the video, but you do have to pay extra for that. Would I do this cruise again? Hell yeah, in the drop of a hat. Had a brilliant time, met some lovely people, some really nice areas to visit that we'll probably go back to. I think Montenegro is one of the areas that we'll definitely be going back to in the future. It's a lovely place. We're just leaving it now, and over my shoulder you can see the remains of it as we disappear into the sunset, and the sun's just dropping now, so I better get this video finished before all of a sudden I lose light on the video. So there we have it, a week on the Marella Explorer 2. And thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe, like and share. Thanks very much for watching.